WFTDA gameplay. And I think we're about to see some of that high-level gameplay today in our teams, with California Derby Galaxy Supernovas Ultraviolets up against Rat City All-Stars.
And there's the first whistle. Screaming through the jam line, number 5, A Green, and the resettlement from Ultraviolets stuck from behind A Green in the Rat City. How explosive start to the first jam there. There's the call off there. Looks right on the scoreboard for Rat City. Rat City, 0 points for the Derby Galaxy. Holy smokes, if that is what we have to come here, then we are going to have a very exciting, very explosive game. At the jam line for the Derby Galaxy, number 9-9, Marinator, and for Rat City, number 2-1, Annyong. There's the whistle. Marinator on the inside track is through. That's lead jam for the Derby Galaxy. That's Annyong working to find an opening there. Here comes Marinator juking to the inside, running into some blockers there. Annyong up ahead, working on some skaters. Looks like a forearm call there for Lowdown Derby. Shame for the Ultraviolets. And the Marinator is through. Now working on earning some more points once again. There's the star pads there. Damage control now holding the star for Red City Roller Derby. That's number 501. No, excuse me, that's Annyong. That's for 2-1 holding the star.
Took the star off to the track, and Marinator calls it off. We've already got a bout shout out. You got good luck to Supernovas from your friends at Cat Squad Roller Derby. Thanks, Cat Squad. If you want to give a bout shout out to your favorite team, skaters, or officials, you can buy a bout shout at the front table at the hospitality desk. On the jam line for the Supernovas is number 86, Zoetrope.
And for Red City, number 86, Maiden China.
86 versus 86. What does it mean?
Bearded numerology, I'm sure it means something, but it means for right now is that Zoetrope are being jam. With Maiden China looking to find a hole, that star is off ahead, and they're continuing to skate up ahead. Zoetrope now back at the back of the pack, juking and trying to find a hole there. Can't quite find it. Once again, a really explosive jam here. Lowdown Derby Shane now back on the track, joining their fellow skaters.
Rat City Blockers holding up Zoetrope at the back of the pack. Meanwhile, Maiden China up at the front, trying to contend with the last two Supernovas blockers.
That's looks like Lil Killa holding Maiden China back. And here comes Zoetrope on the outside track.
Going for a second scoring pass.
And remaining here in this jam number 3, we may see a call to an illegal contact there from 3. Galaxy. Okay. Keep 19 points, Red City's 3 points. That'll bring us into jam 4, jam line. Another neutral matchup there. 5-5 from the Derby Galaxy, number 5, Sunny Daze, and from Rat City, number 5, A Green.
I think there's only a limited pool of jammer numbers you can choose from.
That's technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. Now in this jam here, there's A Green who gets the lead jam for Rat City. Sunny Daze, wow, really pushing through blockers there, trying to find an opening. Can't quite find it. A Green now at the back of the pack. Momentum stop for both jammers. And there's a high block call there for 501 of a Rat City Roller. That's damage control going to the penalty box.
And Daze is out on our initial pass. And Green calls it off. That was a good jam for Rat City. Let's see how many points. I think that was 2 points up on the board for Rat City. Every point counts. That brings Red City up to 5 points, up against Supernova's 19. Breaking the chain of same jammer numbers, we have number 37 Rex and number 21 Annyong jamming for Rat City. Rex trying to find a way up the inside line, getting stopped by Rat City blockers. She's able to lead with votes. Right. Oh, that's what is from the box. So needs that full blocker shank to stop Rex from getting through.
There for Rat City, number 83, that's Thumper Skull in the penalty box.
And Rex calls off the jam.
Next, into jam number 6 at the jam line for the Novas, that's number 99, Marinator. And for Rat City, that's number 8.
Rockzilla.
That's right, Rockzilla.
Rockzilla fighting hard to get past those Supernova's blockers, but they have her locked down in a diamond formation. Trying to juke around. Marinator up front, contending with the same City blockers. Getting a little assist from Loko's offense. It's not here with it. They stuck at this grass. Going out to try to hit Marinator with the lead jammer for Supernovas. We're seeing Supernova blocker low, steps his box for, say, a corner.
Penalty for Loko. In order to whip themselves ahead and get to the pack there, that's another 4 points for Rat City. And once again, Rat City is able to find an opening there on the outside track. A green. tell you once again about Humble Brands. Humble Brands, based in New Mexico. Humble Brands is committed to creating simple and effective personal care products while being mindful of our impact on the planet and caring for our communities. The Humble Brand.
Rex is also out about half a lap behind. Looks like Lieutenant Jan is rejoining the pack. And Maiden China is going to score some points and call it off. Got 2 points up on the board for Rat City. This is a very close game. These are well-matched teams. We've got Supernovas at 35, Rat City at 40.
"18 and a half minutes in the first half, going into jam number 10 at the jam line for the Derby Galaxy number 99 Marinator, and for Rat City number 5 A Green. A Green, really a strong jammer this bout, and they're going to continue the streak as they get lead jam. Marinator's not far behind though. Oh, but unfortunately Marinator will be going to the penalty box for a track cut there. That means we're in a power jam for Rat City. A Green going to work their magic hopefully once again. Will we see a nearly 30-point jam? We'll see. Answer the scene. Go ahead, please walk on by. And A Green says, "Why, thank you, I shall." A Green is now.
It's for Rat City, California, Derby Galaxy.
Lead is widening. Now a 24-point game with Rat City in the lead, 59-35. At the jam line for Rat City, number 2-1, Annyong. And for the Novas, number 5, Sunny Daze.
Sunny Daze.
Once again at the jam line for Rat City number 86, Maiden China. And sitting next to Maiden China, number 37, Rex. There's the whistle. Both jammers looking and pushing through blockers to try to find an opening, but not a whole lot of progress is made. But here comes Rex, almost making it through and tumbling, and it's going to be Maiden China who comes through. Lead jam, Rat City.
Rex is out after getting past those last couple Rat City blockers. This is some great high-level derby. We're seeing really good strategies, really hard hits from each of the teams.
Little flourish there from Rex as they make it through.
With a full 4 points right before the jam gets called off. Incredible. So that last jam was 4 points Supernovas, 2 points Rat City.
Up next at the jam line, number 5 from Rat City, A Green, and from the Novas, number 99, Marinator. And it's going to be Marinator who makes it through, but followed shortly by A Green.
There's some fast jammers racing around the track, and the blockers are racing to get ahead, trying to keep their points protected. And Marinator calls it off. I saw he passed at least one blocker. Looks like 1 point each for each of the jammers. We're playing some fast derby today. I got a special shout out for Salt. Woof, woof, woof. Bring back treats. Love Ellie. With the 5-second call, we've got Sunny Daze on the jam line along with Annyong for Rat City. Sunny Daze powering through. Oh, both jammers are out, but it looks like it's Annyong with lead jammer. Sunny Daze about 10 feet behind. Can she catch up? Really good blocker work here, and Annyong gets through and calls it off. Let's see, again, another 1 point for each team. Oh, sorry, 2 points for Rat City, 1 point for Supernovas. Rat City's thankful for that one extra point that Annyong scored. Up at the jam line, we have Blink, 182. Blink has some fans in the audience. Go, Blinky, you got this, mama. Love Corpses. And then we've got number 8, Rockzilla, jamming for Rat City.
Now, we don't see a whole lot of Rockzilla, but every time we do see Rockzilla, it's a good time. They're up ahead, and they will get lead jam for Rat City. Blink 182 working on those blockers just behind the pivot line. Can they find a hole? They might be able to. Rockzilla takes a little bit of a tumble there at the pivot line. And another tumble at the pivot line, working on finding a hole. Blink was able to make it through, and now back at the back of the pack.
I think there's a forearm call on Rat City blocker 1-1.
The beatdown going through the penalty box.
And right as Blink gets out, Rockzilla calls off the jam.
I just got a little scratchy for
Lining up at the jam line, it's 3-7 Rex and number 5, A Green again. Like this matchup, let's see how these jammers do. And Rex is out on the inside line. Green still in the back, trying to get past these Supernovas blockers, and she does get around on the outside line. Rex is coming in, trying to score some points, and makes it up the outside line. It also calls it off. Good. The textbook 4-0 jam for the Supernovas. Still a very close game. We're at California Derby Galaxy 49 up against Rat City 68 with about 10 minutes left in this period. Heading into Jam 17 at the jam line, we've got 86 Zoetrope and 21 Annyong for Rat City. A little dynamic start for both teams as jammers get stuck in the back, trying to keep their opposing jammer contained. And both blocker walls are doing a great job of holding those jukey jammers, keeping them from moving around too much. Both teams trying to get some offense to help their jammer out, but it's not working against these strong defensive blockers. It's just going to be a grindy one where the jammers have to push their way through and work for every single inch they're getting through. Looks like we've got a nice run back from Lieutenant Jan on Annyong there. And Zoetrope almost made it out, but had to recycle back to the back of the pack. And it's Annyong with the lead jammer for Rat City. Working hard with just over a minute left in this jam. Zoetrope still on initial. I heard a penalty call. Looks like Rat City blocker is heading to the box. That's 323 Feline Fatale. Another run back on Annyong from Lieutenant Jan. And Zoetrope is out after her initial, going in to score some points here, but not before Annyong calls it off. Very smart call off from Rat City. Looks like that was 3 points for Rat City, 0 points Supernovas.
8.5 minutes left here in the first half, going into jam number 18. Rat City still a lead, 71 points to California Derby Galaxy's 49. At the jam line for Rat City, number 86, Maiden China, and for the Novas, number 99, Marinator. It's going to be Maiden China who gets through, gets that lead jam status pretty quickly there for Rat City. Marinator's not far behind, though, as both skaters approach the back of the pack. There's the call-off from Maiden China. I think perhaps 2 points there for Rat City. Yes, indeed, just the 2, but they're able to hold Novas scoreless.
Blocker walls lining up at the pivot line, but we've been seeing dynamic starts on both of these teams, so we'll see where they end up when that 5-second whistle is called. At the jam line, we have number 8, Rockzilla for Rat City, and number 5, Sunny Days for Supernovas. Wow, Sunny Days, I didn't even see her come through, but sneaks by on the inside line to get lead jammer for Supernovas. Rockzilla still in the pack on initial. Oh, and Sunny Days takes a tumble on the outside line. I think I saw a full somersault. Nice hit out from Salt on Rat City. And Lieutenant Jan is headed to the box for a direction. Rockzilla made it out on initial. Sunny Day is still lead jammer and is going to call it off. Let's see if we put up any points for the Supernovas. Looks like a full 4 points for Sunny Days. That's good. Makes you work hard for them, but you got to get those 4 points.
Up next from Rat City, number 5, A Green, and for the Novas, number 37, Rex.
Supernova starting down a blocker, but they are still able to contain Green and recycle. Oh, just kidding. Green is lead jammer for Rat City. Supernova's getting set up in the back for the next scoring pass. And Green's able to find a way around the outside line to get full 4 points. Rex being recycled to the inside line. Going up against those Rat City blockers. And it's a star pass. That's Sami Slam, number 1230. Now jamming for the Supernovas. And Rat City calls it off.
Up next, going into jam number 21 from the Novas, number 182, Blink 182. And from Rat City, number 86, Maiden China. There's a 5-second call. Skaters coming to the back of the jam line for a nice little dynamic start there. Maiden China is up ahead working on some Novas blockers. Can Maiden China find an opening? Yes, they can, right there on the outside track. Lead jam for Rat City. Looking at Blink 182, Blink 182 is trying the same thing on the outside track, but is finding no success. Here comes Maiden China barreling directly into the Nova's blockers. Can't quite find an opening there. Skating left and then right and then left again, trying to find an opening through those blockers, but eventually we did find that opening. 4 points on the scoreboard for Rat City.
And it looks like Blink at 182 has also made it out for the Supernovas, finished her initial pass, is headed into a scoring pass. Maiden China knows it very well, though, and calls it off before Blink can score any points.
That's right. That's one additional point on the scoreboard for Rat City, bringing them up to 5-0 for the Novas. Marinator at the jam line for California Derby Galaxy, standing next to number 2-1. I believe that is Annyong.
Really good zone start from the Rat City. They've got Marinator contained in a tripod, and she's able to get out. Oh, one last hit, but she is out and still lead for the Supernovas. Annyong at the back of the pack, held in place by the Supernovas blockers. Marinator trying to score some points as she comes around. Blocker's doing a great job holding down these hard-hitting jammers. Marinator almost able to sneak around the outside line and makes it without going out.
Marinator looking very happy to get through there, but oh no, there's the forearm call. We're now in a power jam for Rat City as Annyong is regrouping, star in hand.
This will be a 2-minute jam since Marinator was lead.
That's right, a whole minute remaining in this jam. 3 minutes remaining in the half. Another penalty there, number 36 HD getting sent to the box for a multiplayer.
And Annyong has made it out on her initial pass. Coming around now for a scoring pass. The Supernovas are trying to set up to contain, but Rat City is not letting them. That deep offense is great, keeping those blockers separated.
There's jam on from the skaters there as Marinator re-enters the track. Looks like a multiplayer call there for number 1-3, Lil Killa from the Derby Galaxy. They're getting sent to the box just as HD from the Novas is coming back onto the track.
I think that's 1-8 Halligator for a multiplayer.
Oh, direction. That's a direction. Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
direction.
Yeah.
Got it.
Halligator
Lots of
as
penalties for
HD
this
comes back. Annyong's made it back around, and there's the end of the jam.
Good work. It looks like we're getting Rat City calling an official review. Let's see what they are asking about.
Waiting for the officials to see that OR being called. No whistle yet. Uh-oh, both team captains are on the track. Is that perhaps two ORs
2 official reviews.
trying to
Let's
be
see.
called at the same time? I've never seen that before.
I think you just do one right after the other. Our score as we go into this official review is Supernovas 57, Rat City 88.
Like we have
Supernovas
the-
are not too far behind.
Yeah, looks like we have the bench coach staff from both teams in the infield there. That reffing team says, hey, please take a number. We'll get you all sorted out as soon as we can.
Thank you so much to our officials, our skating officials, non-skating officials, medics, and volunteers who make this bout happen. Couldn't do this tournament without you. If you want to cheer on your favorite skaters, officials, and volunteers during the bout, you can buy a bout shout. Let the skaters, officials, and volunteers know you love and care about them, and let them know how special they are. A $2 donation gets you 1 shout out, $5 donation gets you 3 shout outs. And I've got a bout shout out for you right now. And Smashaway is an incredible blocker and an amazing human. Go Annie, and thanks for finding us a new hotel that is habitable. I'm thankful for that too. You can hear your shout out to your favorite skater on the track and on the live stream.
A second penalty assessed to the White China, but the calls.
Looks like that official review is Rat City was asking for a second penalty to be assessed to the jammer, but looks like the call is going to stand. So no changes to the current lineups. That whistle signals the end of the official timeout, or the official review, and we're about to restart Derby.
11.
With that 5-second call at the line, we got Rockzilla for Rat City and Sunny Days for Supernovas, and it's Rockzilla with a lead jam for Rat City.
That's right. Like I said earlier, anytime we see Rockzilla on the track, it's just it's a victory for Rockzilla. It seems like that anyway.
And easily getting through that Supernova's defense, just breaking them open like open French doors. I don't know, revolving doors. Anyway, it's a star pass for the Supernovas. We've got Harley Sin, number 2-4 jamming. But Rat City calls it off before Harley can score any points. And here we have an official review for the Supernovas.
We'll find out what that is in just a moment. Looks like number 4864, Lowdown Derby Shame, in the box for a multiplayer.
While we find out what this official review is about, let's shout out our sponsor, Skate Good Club. Skate Good Club jerseys are made in Europe with dispatch from Europe, the US, and the UK. Enjoy perfect color matching, no minimum orders, and jerseys built to last. Fast skating, not fast fashion, just solid jerseys made right. Skate Good Club jerseys, ships from the UK, US, or USA.
Looks like the main issue here on this official review is the Derby Galaxy is asking for a forearm call to be assessed. I believe that was for Rockzilla, number 8 of Rat City. Our officials are deliberating, and we'll get an answer on that soon.
And that whistle signals the end of the official review. Looks like the call stands. We're starting the next jam, Jam 24, with Rex for Novas and Green for Rat City. And, okay, Green is out, assessed lead, and Rex has got recycled to the inside line. Has to go all the way back through the Rat City blockers. And Rex made it out, along with Green, about a quarter of a lap behind. Green calls it off. We've got 48 seconds left in this period. There's going to be one more jam before we get into halftime.
Rat City now at 100 points. They've hit the century mark. California Derby Galaxy at 57. 43-point game here. And looking at the stats, it looks like Rat City's gotten lead 15 times compared to Nova's 9. So 6 lead difference there, which might account for this healthy lead that Rat City has. Speaking of Rat City, jamming for Rat City is number 86, Maiden China. And Maiden China gets to that Oh, not a lead. That was a no pass. And we are now in a power jam as number 99 Marinator from the Derby Galaxy is sent to the penalty box. That means Maiden China has a chance to earn some points here.
I've got a chance to increase the lead that Rat City has over the Supernovas. And she's out. Made it through.
Calling it now. No pass, no penalty.
Some offense coming around from the Rat City, trying to keep the Supernovas from setting up and keeping their jammer in the back. Nice hit out from, looks like Low from Maiden China, recycling all the way to the back of the pack. And Marinator is out of the penalty box, but Rat City's ready for her in the back.
Period clock has elapsed and under a minute left here in jam number 25. Marinator makes it through. Coming back around now to the rear end of the pack.
That's the initial. Let's get some points up on the board for Marinator before the end of this jam. Looks like at least one. And Maiden China stuck in the back of the pack. A nice hit out from Lieutenant Jan, running her all the way back. Get an offense jammer duo, Low down Derby Shame and Marinator, trying to get some points and get Marinator out of that pack. Both jammers fighting hard against these strong blockers. Maiden China recycled again to the back of the pack. Marinator pushing those jammers, pushing those blockers out of the engager zone. Not quite there yet, but he's got one left, two left, and that's the end of the jam. Great work from both teams. We're going into intermission with 61 points for the Supernovas, 112 for Rat City.
That's right, 15-minute intermission here. We'll be back soon. to the back end of the pack, but there's the call off from Rex. 0-point jam for both teams. Quickly bringing us into period 2, jam 2.
On the line for Rat City, we have Rockzilla and Sunny Days for Supernovas. Really enjoying these dynamic starts. The blockers keep you guessing, not sure where they're going to set up when that jam whistle starts. We've got Sunny Days out on the inside line for Supernovas. Rockzilla also making their round out on the outside line, about half a track behind Sunny Days. Let's see if Sunny Days can get some points before calling it off. And Sunny Days calls it for 2 points for the Supernovas.
Zoetrope is up next for the Novas with number 86, Maiden China from Rat City.
Got a shout out here from Maiden China. Shout out to Maiden China. You're so cool and fierce. Welcome to the Bay Area and keep jamming. Thanks to the fans in the audience for these bout shouts. And Zoetrope out on the center of the track for lead jammer for the Supernovas. Maiden China taking off the star, thinking about a star pass, but oh, she's knocked to the inside line by Halligator and recycling to the back of the pack from the Supernovas. Seeing a
forearm call there for 1-3 of the Derby Galaxy. Lil Killa getting sent to the penalty box. A little bit of blocking action there at the back of the pack as Zoe is trying to get through the pack.
It's a star pass for the Rat City. Now jamming, we have 5-0-1 damage control, but they don't get a chance to score any points. Okay, looks like their shoes untied. Skates untied. Gotta take care of that between the jams. That last jam was 8 points from Zoetrope for the Supernovas, 0 points Rat City. Man, California Derby Galaxy Supernovas coming back from that halftime with a vengeance. Must have had a good talk from their coaches in the locker room. Up next we have Marinator against A Green. And we'll see Green get out immediately for Rat City lead jammer. Marinator's out as well. Both jammers coming around to start scoring some points. And nice offense from Rat City. Lets Green get through without too much trouble. Marinator's trying to get through and avoids getting hit out for 4 points. Nice. Green is knocked out by Lil Killa and calls off the jam. I think she scored a couple points before getting knocked out. Looks like that jam was 4-4.
Next up at the jam line for the Derby Galaxy, number 37, Rex. And from Rat City, number 86, Maiden China. There's the 5-second call. All skaters lined up at the jam line. Here they go. Lots of pushing and shoving. Rex is able to push up ahead, but can't quite make it through the pack. Maiden China on the inside track, getting cycled back. While Rex has a second wind and pushes some more. Rex is going to try on the outside, tiptoeing, but can't quite make it through, and will get cycled back. Same thing happening for Maiden China on the infield. Maiden China getting cycled back.
Both jammers getting run way back.
That's right.
Reset.
Rex is now back up front. Looks like blockers from Rat City is able to end all of the speed there. I see Mr. Fine and Natty very successfully holding Rex in place. But not for long. Rex is through. Lead jam for the Novas.
Maiden China at the back, stuck in the Supernova's tripod, trying to do a star pass, but not quite. Or maybe it's just a distraction to get out. Rex is stuck at the back on Rat City blocker tripod. Seeing some strong blocking for both teams here, keeping those jammers held in place. It's like one crowd crush altogether.
Yeah, it sure is. Maiden China getting knocked down to the inside. They're going to stand up slowly but surely and cycle back just a little bit.
Looks like we got number 1859 sent to the box for a forearm.
That's Natty in the penalty box.
We had a star pass, damage control jamming just for a moment for Rat City before Rex calls it off. We have a timeout for Rat City. Give a shout out, we got a bout shout. I don't understand this one, but hopefully someone on this team does. Quack, 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 ducks fly together, love corpses. You too can give a bout shout out to your favorite team, skaters, or officials. Head on over to the hospitality booth to buy your bout shout.
That's right, and they can be as cryptic as you like, as you've heard, as long as they're appropriate for the Plex.
While we're in this timeout, I can talk about some of the programs that the California Derby Galaxy is putting on for our member leagues. CDG has created roller derby specific anti-bias training that's accessible to all its members, plans to coordinate additional partnerships with Equity in the Center to create sustainable and intentional practices in diversity, equity, and inclusion. That rolling whistle ends the team timeout. And lined up at the jam line, we have number 86, Zoetrope for the Supernovas, and Rockzilla, number 8 for Rat City.
5-second whistle.
And they're off. The jammers both getting out, and Zoe's out as lead jammer for Supernovas. Able to find a way through those Rat City blockers. Rockzilla keeping held in place by V. And knocked to the outside line. A big run back from the Supernovas.
Not a whole lot of movement there from either jammer. Zoe getting knocked to the outside. Oh, but there was a forearm call there. Number 1-1 from Rat City. Bertha Beatdown sent to the penalty box.
Zoetrope breaking through, knocking down one of those blockers. Oh, it looks like we had a star pass from Rat City. Now jamming, we have 8-3, Thumper Skull. They're still stuck on the Supernova's wall, and Zoetrope has made it out for a scoring pass.
Two skaters from Rat City in the penalty box. Number 1859, Natty in the penalty box for legal position.
And Zoe uses that opportunity to get through for another 4 points. Gonna try and make up some of this deficit for the Supernovas. It's a nice offense from Lil Killa coming in to help Zoe get through the Rat City wall. Supernova still holding Thumper Skull at the back of the pack.
All skaters now back on the track, having left the penalty box. Lockers regrouping, forming tripods to keep their respective jammers in place.
Oh, we're getting a run back from Rat City, and Zoe's gonna call it off. She does not want to run all the way back there. This still turned out to be a good jam for Zoetrope and the Supernovas. That's 12 points up on the board for Supernovas, bringing them up to 91 points to Rat City's 120. That was a tough one. Both teams looking strong out there.
At the jam line for the Novas, number 5, Sunny Daze, and for Rat City, number 5, A Green.
Sunny Daze knocks down one of the blockers and used that to her advantage to get out and get lead jammer for Supernovas.
Green has the star off their head. Perhaps thinking about a star pass.
Daze, nice pivot around and gets hit to the outside line, but it looks like, oh, they're gonna get run all the way back to the back of the pack by Rat City. Green is still on her initial pass. Sunny Daze pushing this wall of Rat City blockers, not making too much progress. Oh, that was almost so close. Did you know if you put one hand out, you are not out as long as your feet are up and in bounds? Daze was very close to that. And Daze makes it out. We had a star pass from Rat City.
Number 501, Damage Control now jamming for Rat City. Hearing lots of calls there from our coaches. We'll see if our skaters act upon it.
Oh, it looks like the Rat City Jammer lost the star. You know, you can't score any points if the star is not on your head.
That's right.
Gives Daze a chance to do a second scoring pass and get some extra points here.
Damage Control went ahead and skated back, picked up that star. It's now back on their head. Daze stumbling up front, trying to get through.
You could just go. Sorry. Daze has to get recycled all the way back to the back of the pack. I thought maybe she was able to just go out, but she's going to have to fight her way through the pack again. But it's okay. Damage Control also stuck in the Supernova's wall. Not too much progress from either team here. Both trying to break up these strong walls apart. And that's the end of that jam. Good work. That was 4 points for Sunny Daze, bringing the Supernovas over 100 points to 103. And it kept Rat City at 0 points.
Up next, going into jam number 8, we've got number 99, Marinator from the Novas, and number 21, Annyong from Rat City. There's the whistle. Marinator and Annyong trying the outside and then scooching over to the inside. Annyong getting cycled way back there as Marinator is up ahead working on a lot of blockers there.
Yeah, I'm seeing the Supernovas trying to do some offense here to help Marinator out. Those blockers, that 4 blockers. It's 4 blockers for Rat City up and playing defense. But that is tough to get against 4 strong blockers, even with your offense helping you. Both jammers still on initial pass.
Annyong in the back working on that tripod, not making a lot of progress. Now trying on the outside shreg. Their right skate just inches away from the outfield, and there they go, getting cycled back.
Looks like we got a blocker from Rat City headed to the box. That's number 11, Bertha Beatdown, headed for a high block.
High block. And number 36, HD from the Novas for legal position.
Looks like Annyong has made it out of the scrum and is now lead jammer for Rat City. Marinator getting dumped to the inside line as Annyong almost makes it out, but it's stopped by Lil Killa. Has to recycle back a little bit and is held in place by the Supernova's blockers. A lot of patience from both jammers here.
25 seconds here in this jam.
This has got to be exhausting for these jammers.
I believe I heard a track cut there for Rat City. I believe, yeah, that's Bertha Beatdown getting sent right back to the penalty box after serving that high block. Now back in the penalty box for a cut.
Marinator did make it out on that last jam, but did not get around just in time to score any points. That was a pretty low-scoring jam for a 2-minute jam with 3 points for Rat City, 0 points Supernovas. Just really grinding through each of those points. Up next on the jam line, we have 8-6 Maiden China and 3-7 Rex for the Supernovas.
Rex and Maiden China starting on the inside track, now moving quickly to the out, tiptoeing through. There's Rex with lead jam. Maiden China working in the fracas on turn number 1, trying to get through those 2, now 3 skaters. Here comes Rex, now back to the pack, and made it through on the inside line. 4 points on the scoreboard for the Novas. Maiden China now through as well, about to begin working on scoring some points. So I suspect Rex will get through here. Will they call it off? No, not in time. Maiden China is through, and so is Rex.
Maiden China getting recycled all the way back to the back. That's good for Rex, as she's going to make it out and get 4 points and run it around to score another.
That's right. I do believe Maiden probably has picked up a few points already, but certainly not the full 4. Here's Rex once again through all 4 skaters, or rather 5 if you include the jammer, for the full 4 points.
really explosive movements from Rex here, getting through this blockers. And great defense from the Supernovas, trying to hold Maiden China at the back of the pack.
All the acceleration here seems to have slowed down on turn number 2. Looks like the pack is getting stretched out a little bit.
Rex is pushing those Rat City blockers out of play, but gets knocked out of bounds and calls it off. That was a great jam, though. I think that was 15 points for Rex for the Supernovas and 4 points for Rat City.
The team timeout there towards the end of that jam. Bertha Beatdown for Rat City, number 1-1, sent back to the penalty box. That's for a high block, and it's going to be penalty number 5 for Bertha. 2 more penalties, and that will be a foul out.
During this timeout, I want to say shout out to our sponsor, Moxie Barbell. Moxie Barbell helps busy people train smarter, eat well, and build habits that actually stick. If you want to get stronger without overhauling your entire life, DM at Moxie Barbell to learn more. It's fitness that fits your lifestyle.
That rolling whistle brings us out of the timeout. And our skaters slowly coming back to the track. I see for Rat City at the jam line, number 8, Rockzilla. And from the Novas, number 8-6, Zoetrope.
Oh, a quick switch for the Jammers last minute. We've got... Oh, extra Jammers lining up. Oh, we're swapping Jammers last minute. I have not seen this trickery in a while. Supernovas swapped. Oh.
It looks like the officials weren't a big fan of that. They called a timeout.
I think they assessed a penalty to the captain of the Supernovas. Not positive.
Yeah, that certainly was interesting. We saw 2 jammers, 1 jammer from each team on the track and stood right next to them, but just outside of the track. Another 2 jammers, 1 from each team.
I think they were hoping to do a last-minute switch just to throw the other team off a little bit, but I'm not quite sure what was wrong there, but we did get a penalty for the captain of the Supernovas for probably illegal procedure.
Yeah, I would imagine so. They're sorting it out there in the infield, and hopefully we'll hear back soon about what did we just see there? Yeah, you know, I'd love to talk about what's going on right now, but it's it's hard to tell exactly what we're seeing here. It looks like our officials are huddled up in the infield, discussing what the next move is. Now, I do know we have Bertha Beatdown serving for a high block in the penalty box right now.
I'm also seeing HD, Supernova's captain.
Is that the captain? Is HD?
Yep. But not quite sure what her penalty is. I think we've got the alternates for both teams. Talking to the refs right now. Maybe getting a little scolding for some trickery. Hey, this break gives us a chance to do our last bout shout. You can buy some more bout shouts if you want me to read them. But here's the last one I got for now. Julie, you're an invaluable boon to this team. Kick some booty and have a lot of fun. That's so sweet.
It's really sweet, but it begs the question, is that a cardinal sin to use your government name in roller derby?
I think so.
That's fun.
Actually, some people are using their real name as their derby name now.
Oh, well that's kind of true. I kind of do a similar thing. Mitch's Get Stitches. Mitch, of course, not being something I just made up. It's actually my government name.
I just don't want people to know who I am. Just Z Machine.
It's mysterious, that's for sure. It's got mystique. You know, I was just remarking earlier as we were organizing this tournament, getting emails from people I work with in the Supernovas and seeing their government names on these emails always freaks me out a little bit.
It is unnerving.
I don't like it. I gotta talk to someone about that.
All right, this. Oh, I think we are back in derby play, ending that timeout. We're in lineup time right now. There's the 5-second call. Up next, we have Sunny Daze for Supernovas and number 8, Rockzilla.
And you know what I'm seeing here is I'm not seeing any more captains in that penalty box.
Hey,
So I think maybe it was a shame on you, both teams.
all sins forgiven.
All sins forgiven, exactly. It's Sunny Daze who's going to get the lead jammer for the Novas. And it looks like Harley Sin, number 2-4 for the Novas, getting sent to the penalty box for a direction call. There's the star pass there, number 8-3 Thumper Skull, now wearing the star for Rat City. As Sunny Daze is able to make it through the track and through the pack.
Nice recycle back from Lieutenant Jan, keeping that Rat City blocker at the back. Rat City jammer at the back of the pack. Always tough when you hear a big thump when people collide. And
Thumper makes it through. That's 4 points on the scoreboard for Rat City.
Sunny Daze calling it off, does not want Thumper to get any points and does not want to get recycled to the back. That last jam was 7 points for Supernovas, 4 points for Rat City. Supernovas are closing this lead. It's getting to be a really close game. We've got Supernovas at 125, Rat City at 134. Difference of only 9 points. They could make this up in one jam. I think we're going to see some excited lead changes in this next couple minutes.
That's right, and with 14 minutes remaining in this bout, you know, it's going to be fun, that's for sure. Rex is able to make it through. That's lead jam for the Novas.
Up against Maiden China, jamming for Rat City.
Maiden China is getting cycled way back, which is going to give Rex some time to get around on their scoring pass.
We're seeing the Secret Cervix sent to the box for destruction. I saw no pack in between, and Rex gets out in front. That gives Rat City a chance to come back and do a little offense for their jammer. Maiden China almost getting out, still on initial pass, but blocked up at the top by Tiller V. Great job knocking Secret Maiden down, and still in play. Of course, Maiden China makes it out. Oh, it looks like Rex is sent to the box for a back block. That is not going to be good for the Supernovas. Maiden China gets an opportunity to get some points here for a power jam for Rat City. Supernovas have all 4 blockers on the track. Trying to keep Maiden China contained at the back of the pack. And she's out. That's 4 points on the board for Maiden China. And Supernova's going to try to reform for the second pass. Looks like we've got a blocker from Rat City going to the box.
That's right. That's 1859 Natty for a forearm.
And Rex out of the box, but getting recycled back by Rat City blockers. Gonna try to make it through. Hopefully not get stopped up, and she makes it out. That's 4 points on the board for Rex. Gonna continue scoring as we go. Maiden China still stuck in the Supernova's wall. Those blockers doing a good job containing that jammer. And Rex makes it through right as the jam ends. Great work. Looks like closed the lead even a little bit more. That's 136 Supernovas, 142 Rat City. That last jam was 11 points for the Novas, 8 points for Rat City. It's a really close game in here. Looks like we have an official timeout.
That's an official review for Rat City.
Not sure what the official review is contesting. Let's go find out for you. During this official review hour, I'll shout out our sponsor, Sticker Coven. Bring your designs to life with 100 custom stickers for $47, or go full sparkle with holographic options starting at $85. Sticker Coven is a queer woman-owned business brewing up low-minimum, weatherproof, wildly original stickers in specialty finishes like glitter, chrome, rainbow, and more. Stickers so good, they might be cursed with quality. Support a queer woman-owned business and hex your gear with style through Sticker Coven. All right, it looks like Rat City.
So we just heard back about our official review. It looks like that was a destruction call. I heard on the track it was for Rat City 09. I think that may have been 619, Red Divicious. And yes, indeed, we are seeing that that penalty is being put on the scoreboard now for illegal position. So it looks like that official review will be retained.
And that whistle ends the official review. 5 seconds until the next jam starts. At the line we have 8-6 Zoetrope and 5 A-Green for Rat City. And Zoetrope gets past that last Rat City jammer to be off lead jam. Rat City only 3 blockers on the track due to that last penalty, but they are still able to recycle Zoe to the back of the pack. Up at the top, A-Green doing a good job fighting against the Supernova's tripod, but they are not able to make any progress there. Zoe gets through with a spin move on the inside line for scoring points, 4 points.
Looks like a direction call there on 1859 Natty from Rat City. That's penalty number 4 for Natty.
And I heard a call for a multiplayer on a white blocker as well. Looks like that was 1-1.
Bertha Beatdown, yeah, that's true.
Looks like that was penalty number 6 for Bertha Beatdown. So it makes it through without touching anyone on the outside line.
Wow, and that's another penalty for Rat City. Number 83 Thumper Skull getting sent to the box for a high block.
And it looks like that was as the jammer, so it is a power jam now for Supernovas. This could be the time. It's actually already happened. Supernovas has taken the lead at 153 points to Rat City's 142. This could give them a chance to get far enough in the lead that Rat City's unable to take it back. Zoe's just racking up the points thanks to her great offense from the Supernovas, not letting that Rat City wall set up. Oh, an apex jump from Zoe. I'd love to see those apex jumps, and it keeps you in the air and away from blockers. Supernova setting up for the opposing jammer to get back on the track. That's Thumper Skull, 83. That's the pivot jamming now after a star pass for Rat City. Without that great offense, Zoe slowing down a little bit, getting pushed to the inside line, recycled back. But no problem, we are just recycling back to the inside. And looks like Zoe gets out for another extra point. That was a lot of points, wow. I'm seeing 28 points on the board for Zoetrope, 0 points Rat City. That brings us our score to Supernovas in the lead with 165 to Rat City's 142. And with the lead change, we have about 9.5 minutes left in this period. Still a very close game, really exciting.
And we're in a team timeout for Rat City now. This will be their final timeout, but they do still have that official review, which they could call as a timeout.
That's right, they got to regroup and strategize for the next jam.
And you know someone who can strategize? Well, it's Moxie Barbell can help you strategize to find a strength and nutrition plan that works for you. Moxie Barbell helps busy humans build muscle, fuel smarter, and feel more confident in their skin without restrictive diets or hours in the gym. If you want to break free from the all-or-nothing mindset and build lasting strength and confidence, DM at Moxie Barbell on Instagram to learn more.
That whistle ends the timeout. We are heading into jam number 13. On the line is number 21 Annyong for Rat City and number 99 Marinator for the Supernovas. Both jammers off the line, and it looks like Annyong has almost made it. Oh, and she does make it out. That's Annyong with lead jammer for Rat City Roller Derby. Marinator getting knocked around by Rat City blockers, but she is almost able to push through. Let's see. Pack is pretty strung out now as Marinator's fighting up at the top. Annyong's fighting up at the back. Both teams getting really low.
Not a whole lot of movement here. Looks like this pack is spread out with Low and number 619, whose name I don't quite see there from Rat City.
Looks like Marinator's made it out of the pack. Coming around for a scoring pass now, but Annyong calls it off.
And right before the call-off there, we did get a high block assessed to Natty, 1859 from Rat City. That's penalty number 5 for Natty.
Looks like our total penalties actually right now are even between the two teams. Both teams have 20 total penalties for this entire game.
That's right. 5-second call there at the jam line.
And
for the Novas is number 5, Sunny Daze, and for Rat City, number 8, Rockzilla. There's a no pack call. Skaters are reforming there. Rockzilla behind, Sunny Daze up ahead. Sunny Daze looking close to making some progress on those blockers there. Trying on the outside, can't quite find a hole. Then on the inside is almost able to make it through. It takes a little stumble and has to take a knee in order to regain their balance. Back in the behind side of the pack. Rockzilla still looking for an opening.
I'm seeing a penalty for Canna Sass for Rat City. That's a multiplayer. And that lets Daze get out of the engagement zone and be assessed lead jammer for the Supernovas.
Almost a full 1 minute before we got that lead jammer for this jam, so you know these skaters are exhausted.
Yeah, still fighting hard during this last 7 minutes of this period. And Sunny Daze makes it through for 4 points. Rockzilla still on her initial pass. Thinking about a star pass, I just saw the pivot shake their head, no.
Speaking of pivot, number 24 Harley Sin in the box, but is standing, serving for an illegal position.
And Rockzilla makes it out on their initial pass, coming around for a scoring pass. We've got Sunny Daze knocked down to the inside line, gets right back up. Let's see who is getting points here. I got a back block on Lieutenant Jan for the Supernovas, headed to the box to serve their penalty.
4 seconds remaining here in this jam. That's the end of that jam.
Great job from both of those jammers. That was a really grindy one. We're ending the jam with 8 points for the Supernovas, 3 points Rat City. Supernovas still in the lead with 173 to Rat City's 147.
That's right. Supernovas will start this jam down a skater with Lieutenant Jan in that penalty box. And it does look like Natty from the Rat City team, 1859, served that direction call in the penalty box, and that was penalty number 7. So they will be sitting out for the remaining 5.5 minutes in this bout. Here's A Green from Rat City. He's able to make it through and get that lead jam status. Whereas Rex is stuck behind towards the outside track on turn number 1. Trying to make it through.
Nice hit out on the outside line from Damage Control from Rat City, hitting Rex out. Rex is back on the track, stuck in the Rat City tripod, hoping for some offense from her team. A Green coming back around, but run back from Lieutenant Jan, who is now out of the box. However, replaced by the Secret Cervix, who is serving a direction penalty in the box right now. Green makes it out of the pack for 4 points.
And here comes Rex as well.
Rex just completed her initial pass and is now going to start scoring, unless we'll see Green call it off. I have a feeling that, Green calls it off. That is 8 points on the board for 12 points on the board for Rat City, but that's not quite enough to get them up to the Supernovas level. Supernovas still in lead at 173, Rat City 159.
14-point game.
Very
that could
close
happen
game.
in a jam.
Exactly. We've seen several high-scoring jams in this game. We got 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game, heading into jam 16.
At the jam line, I do see A Green and Zoetrope, two really wonderful jammers, both had really high-scoring jams so far this bout. It really goes to show these teams are putting in their strongest jammers, saying, please, we need these points, do what we can. But that's not to discount the blockers. You still do play a big part in this and keeping those jammers at bay.
Looks like we have lead jammer for Green up at Rat City, and Zoe's also out. Starting to score, and Green's going to call it off there. Not sure if we saw any points there. I've seen 2 points for Rat City.
We also got 1 penalty there. That's number 17, Canna Whip-Ass for Rat City, serving for a forearm.
All right, let's see if the teams switch up any of their defensive strategies for this last 3 minutes of the jam, and we're getting a timeout for the Supernovas.
Clock is stopped at 3 minutes 12, going into jam number 17.
We're just about wrapped up with the 5th game of our first day of this Cosmo Chaos tournament hosted by California Derby Galaxy Supernovas.
A close one.
It's a really close one. We saved the exciting games for last.
That's for
on your
sure.
toes.
12-point game now. Look at that. Both teams are looking at the stats, are really neck and neck. Each team in our 44 jams rather, each team has had 20 leads.
Wow.
The Novas only lost the jam 3 times. Rat City only lost the jam once. 7 star passes from Rat City, only 2 from Novas.
These teams are really well matched.
Yeah, and the penalty is 23 and 24.
Very even.
So very, very evenly matched.
This is great, and I love knowing that these high-level teams, they might be doing live stats so that they can actually update in real time. If one of their jammers has been having more success, they might put them out more, just looking at the numbers for during the game. And at the line, we've got number 5, Sunny Daze, for the Supernovas, up against number 21, Annyong. And it's Sunny Daze with the lead. Annyong pinballing around against the Supernovas blockers. Almost, and stays in. Gets knocked down, but stays in bounds. And Sunny Daze dumped to the inside line by Rat City. We're sending Rat City number 619, Red Delicious, to the box.
I think that was a legal position, perhaps? That's right, legal position on the scoreboard there.
Long run back from Lil Killa, running back Annyong.
No pack call there. Pack is there on turn number 2. And another penalty for Rat City. Oh my goodness, 3 penalties.
Rat City's got 1 blocker out on the track right now.
Scratch that, just the 2 penalties, the high block and the illegal position. The high block is for number 30, Miss Defiant. full minute left here in this jam and 2 minutes left in the bout.
Sunny Daze is going to try and keep running it, try to widen that lead that the Supernovas have right now. Trying to, oh, we're seeing actually a little blocking from Annyong, but doesn't even phase Sunny Daze. Makes it through for another 4 points. Sunny Daze trying to get by on the outside line. Annyong still fighting through the Supernova's wall, hoping for some offense from her team coming through here. Strong blocking from Rat City, holding Sunny Daze in the middle of the track. Both of these blocker walls locked down.
Yeah, not a whole lot of movement there on turn number 2.
And I saw Sunny Daze knock Annyong into the inside line, run all the way back. And that's the end of the jam.
Looks like we did get a penalty right before the end of that jam. That was number 13, Lil Killa. Skating out of bounds. It's a legal position on the scoreboard. We'll see that momentarily.
That was a great jam for Sunny Daze, putting up 15 points on the board to Rat City 0. And we're going to do an official review from Rat City. Nope, from California Derby Galaxy, actually. Let's see what they have in store. Looks like the Supernovas team is requesting a cut call on the white jammer on that last jam. Let's see what the officials decide, if they retain their official review or if it stands. The jammer for that last jam was Annyong. I've got a bout shout for Annyong. Your skating is as gorgeous as your personality and your face. Mustard. Hopefully that means something to you.
Face mustard?
No, that's a 2 separate words.
Oh, as your face, period, mustard?
That's right. All caps, several exclamation points.
You know, that's what's great about these bout shouts. They don't make any sense to me.
It's like a secret code. You can communicate with your favorite skaters without the rest of us knowing what's going on.
Yeah, that's really great.
All right, I got to read this last bout shout. So we only got 48 seconds left in the jam. Keep crushing jammer souls, Shrekies and turds.
So let me see if I understand that correctly. Are we crushing souls, Shrekies, and turds, or are we crushing souls, and then there's another cryptic message at the end?
I think that's a question for later, because we're about to start the next jam. We have Green at the jam line for Rat City and Rex for Supernovas. Looks like that official review is not upheld for the Supernovas, as the white jammer is still out on the track and not in the penalty box. Both teams working really hard to contain those jammers. Rex is trying to help block a little bit, trying to hold Green at the back. And Rex, Rex's lead, but Green is out first. Let's see if Rex wants to call it off, or Rex is going to try and run out the clock. While Green is trying to score as many points as possible. I hear the shouting from the bench, Supernova's bench, asking for Rex to call it out, but Rex says, no, I want to run the period out. And Green makes it through with 4 points. Rex gets another 4 points and calls it off. Rex will not be happy until she gets all of her 4 points.
That's the unofficial score there. California Derby Galaxy currently in the lead with 192 to Rat City's 165.
Great work. It was California Derby Galaxy came back from the half with a vengeance and got into the lead and held it the whole way.
Now we do have an official review, it looks like, from Rat City.
Oh, let's see what we have here. Got their one last chance to get an extra jam, if that's possible. Stay tuned, we may have one more jam for you. This will just about wrap up our game day 1 of Cosmo Chaos here at the Plex in San Jose. Cosmo Chaos is hosted by California Derby Galaxy Supernovas. And come back tomorrow for even more Derby. Looks like the official review that Rat City is doing is requesting a cut call on the Black Jammer. That's Supernova's Jammer. Let's see what the officials decide if they're able to. I'm seeing a handshake, and looks like that official review is not upheld, and that is the final score. Final score, California Derby Galaxy Supernovas Ultraviolets 192 to Rat City 165. Great job, great work from both teams. Excellent high-level roller derby play.
Absolutely. And that actually does conclude day 1 of Cosmo Chaos. Now, keep that in mind, that's just day number 1.
That's right, we got even more games coming to you tomorrow, where you'll see the Ultraviolets play again tomorrow. I'm playing tomorrow, playing 2 games tomorrow.
That sounds excellent. I cannot wait.
We hope to see you back here tomorrow for some more hard-hitting derby action at Cosmo Chaos.
Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Mitch's Get Stitches.
And I'm Z Machine, signing off.
Have a good night.